I wanted to put the guns in collection because guns were a big part of Elvis's life. Not only guns, but security and police work, and he was very pro and supported the police department and donated to the police department, uh, and really enjoyed riding around in police cars. Especially sometimes they would call him and tell him they're going to make a raid someplace, and they'd call him and see if he wanted to go. And he'd love to go and flash his badge. And not that I'm Elvis Presley, but I'm a policeman. Elvis was a gun collector, and he wanted everybody to have a gun. And he accomplished this by having everybody get deputized and going to the firing range and getting badges. And there was a group picture of the Memphis Mafia. Everybody's holding up their badge that they just received from Elvis. He had a large collection, but it varied so often because he was always giving them away. He would get the hots for a certain gun and the way it responded, and he might give it to anyone that maybe works for him or just a friend. But he had one of a number of kind of guns, including a machine gun. This gun is a Smith & Wesson make, and it's a 357. He respected this gun because it was just so powerful, and I think Clint Eastwood used it a lot, and he was one of his favorite characters. This gun is a .38 Smith & Wesson revolver. I don't remember that I ever shot this pistol, but he would order a bunch of pistols for everybody, and some of them we used, some of them we didn't. And but if he gave you a pistol, he wanted you to go out on the range and know something about it. This is a German make Walther. He thought that I would be able to put him in my doctor's case. That was really one of my favorite guns because it was small and easy to handle. If I knew that we were going to do something with guns that night, then I would put it in my case or have it somewhere on my bod. Otherwise, I didn't carry the gun around. There's one story about the day that Martin Luther King got killed in Memphis. I was at Elvis's house, and he asked me if I had a gun with me, and I said no. He said, "Well, I don't think you ought to be in your car without a gun. I think you need your gun because there's a lot going on." And what made it even worse was the guy that was accused of killing Martin Luther King was driving a little white Mustang convertible, which I was driving. And that particular night, I was on call, and I must have gotten stopped 20 or 30 times, car searched and gone through all this rigmarole. But it was lucky that I had a sheriff's badge and had a certificate for a gun. It wasn't for that particular gun because that night I didn't have a gun, and he wouldn't let me leave the house without taking one of his guns.